What is up, my magical misfits? Welcome to a
Welcome
special...
back to Fantastical Magical. Oh, the castle's small. It's because I'm on a new level. I'm on a whole nother level. I'm geeking. Ooh!
So
I pressed the button! I pressed the button! There were several times when I pressed the button and then nothing happened!
we were talking about this a little bit off camera in between episodes, and I said I kind of want to talk about this on the episode because I think it's interesting.
Stop doing this.
Because I was criticizing Wyatt's use of the term goblin hair. But, you know, aside from that, I was talking about how I think goblins are overrated. I don't think goblins are, I don't know, like, they're not that cool to me. I think they're kind of lame.
Yeah. What about orcs? What about ogres? What about
ogres?
trolls?
Honestly,
Gobble, gobble, gobble. Gobble, gobble, gobble.
I like orcs a lot more than goblins, because orcs are essentially, like, buffer, smarter. Get this out of my way. Oh my gosh. Sorry, like,
Bro.
pause the game.
So violent.
Pause the game.
What?
So I can, like, put it back where it is. There we go. I didn't tell you to unpause, dude! Orcs are kind of like, I see them as, like, stronger, smarter goblins. Is how I see them. I mean, I like the Terraria goblins, but that's because they're kind of not, like, gremlins. Because goblins, a lot of the
I
times
just see them as another word for ogre. Or troll.
No, ogres and goblins are way different.
Yeah, I know ogres and goblins are way different. I just think that orcs are just another word for ogre, is how I see it.
Orcs? No. Ogres are...
Or troll.
Well, okay, so the thing about...
You can draw a big, dumb, fat, green monster. You could call it an orc, ogre, or troll, and nobody would question it.
Well, so, I mean, I have my headcanons on what each of those races are, should be depicted as. One thing, so, I mean, like, trolls... I don't know, trolls vary a lot more than dang it. Other than...
That's your hurdle right
That
there.
literally is. Hurdling. Damn it. It's from the Italian Hunter show. That's coming back. I feel like trolls, their depiction are varied a lot. Their depictions are varied way more than orcs and ogres, I think. I don't know, but I'm just not a big goblin fan. I think it's because I'm more into, like, bigger characters, I think.
Well, goblins are supposed to be, like, smaller.
I know that's the thing, and that's why I'm not into them, is what I just said, is I'm just not into them, you know? You just gotta respect that.
like a beginner level, like, character, what should they be fighting? Do you think they should still be fighting goblin?
They should be fighting a slime.
At the beginning, before we turn the camera on, before we turn the...
That scared me. I was like, what is that?
Before we turned the camera on, I said, Ryan, what do you prefer, like, what would you, like, prefer instead of goblins? And I said, don't say slimes.
Well, what does that mean?
What do you mean?
Prefer instead of goblins in what aspect?
At the beginning of the campaign, and you fight beginner level monsters, and there are goblins and slimes, and you think that goblins are boring. So I say, which one?
Well, you didn't specify what you were talking about, because what I was gonna say is you're gonna say
that's what the niche a goblin is. A niche is
the
goblin is a low level creature.
But hear me out.
That you one tap.
Hear me out.
Learn the mechanics.
Oh my gosh, shut up. Hear me out.
I'm expanding upon what I'm saying.
I get what you're saying.
No, you don't.
Yes, I do. When you said, well, what would you prefer over goblins? I thought we were just talking about
monsters in general.
I thought we were just talking about general fantasy species and classes and stuff, not specifically ones you fight at the beginning of a campaign. Because when you said other than slime, I got confused because I was like, why would I prefer slimes over like anything? Because slimes are like low life scum. Because I was gonna say I've always, and this is the reason why I want to talk about this on the episode, is because I was gonna say I've literally is because I've always been a huge wizard fan. I've always been a wizard fan, and the thing that I was gonna talk about is I think a lot of people are fake wizard fans. Dang. Hear me out. Evil. You know about the You know about the like the whole like I guess like fantasy TikTok trend, or of like the like I think it started with like the gnome guy that would like walk into like retail stores and stuff.
Crawley.
Crawley. I didn't know. I literally did not know what his name was. Thank you. No,
his name's Crawley Gnome.
I did not know that.
Dang.
But I've seen a lot of people. And you know, like people that be like the type of crap that I've been on, and it's like a picture, it's like a hand painted photo, or I guess image. I was
expecting that to be a mushroom.
Of like a wizard pondering their orb, you know, and it's like the type of crap I've been on, or like one like casting a spell.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like that type. And I'm sitting here like. No, I'm sitting here like not to gatekeep wizards. You know, I'd love to let anyone join the I was about to say the clan of wizards. That would be terrible. Okay.
Harkens back to what the last episode was
Not clan of wizards. The club of wizards.
Club.
I literally can't believe I was about to say clan of wizards.
Our little team of wizards.
I'd love to enjoy everybody. I love I'd love to have as many people in Team Wizard, as possible. But the problem is that all of this love for wizards is like very recent. You know what I mean? To the point where I'm just like, a lot of you seem to only be into wizards for the meme because you think fantasy creatures are funny, you know? But I've always been into wizards. There's a post on one of my Instagram accounts from 2019 where I made a joke about how oh my
goodness
where I made a joke about how I mean it wasn't a joke, I would still love this to this day, where I would love to own a giant freaking wizard hat. You know, like those, like a giant, like Gandalf size, like wizard hat. The bigger the better. Like I'd love to have one and like wear it and like be a chill wizard in my house. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I've literally wanted a giant hat like that for so long because I've always been into wizards, dude. Crap. In Terraria, my absolute favorite class by far are the mages. I just love magic and I love magic weapons and stuff like that. I've always been just like super into like those are my two things, right? Like the two, I guess, like character classes that I've ever been into, like the two biggest are wizards and ninjas. I love wizards and I love ninjas. Those are the two.
I never knew that you like ninjas.
Yes, you have. I've talked about this before.
When? What are you talking about?
I think, well, off the top of my head, one time that I can think about talking to you about ninjas was, hey, at least you know me for liking wizards.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
you talk all the time about wizards.
And I've been for years. I've been doing that because I love them.
Yes.
But no, I'm also super duper really love ninjas.
You don't talk about ninjas.
I was about to say off the top of my head, the first time or one of the times I can think of where I talked about ninjas to you like extensively was when we were still doing karate, and our instructor
I made it, he just slipped off.
This game is kind of slippery. Was our instructor was talking about a special pirates versus ninjas like night, you know?
Yeah.
And me and you were talking about pirates versus ninjas. Because this has been like a war ever since the start of the internet, is what's better, pirates or ninjas? And it's easily ninjas. I mean, I don't hate pirates, but like, dude, ninjas are so cool. And just, I remember one time you were talking about how, like, in a fight, because that was what he asked, he was like, what's stronger, pirates or ninjas? And you were like, pirates. And I was like, why pirates? And you're like, because they have guns. And I was like, ninjas have guns. And you're like, no, they don't. And I'm like, yeah, they did. Ninjas did use guns.
They probably did, but, like, why would you give a ninja a gun?
So they can...
So they can stand against the pirates.
So they can complete their task.
A ninja character.
Ninja,
give them a gun.
A lot of the later era, like ninja clans, used guns, like very liberally,
Yeah,
like it was part of their arsenal.
But what makes?
Gosh, he's so slippery.
But what makes? What would differ a ninja from just a guy when you give him a gun? What differs a ninja from a guy without the gun is like the shurikens and the smoke bombs and the chain scythes and the katanas.
And the general and the caltrops. Don't forget the caltrops. What?
What?
It's like the spiky balls that you throw on the floor.
Yeah.
And the kunai. Did you say kunai?
No, I did not say kunai.
And katanas.
I said katanas.
Yeah, I didn't know if you said that.
I'm just listing basic ones. We don't have to list every single thing that they have.
Ninjas did not actually I mean, they did use katanas, but not as much as media would have you think, because they were just like ironically, I'd say they used guns about as much as katanas. From my previously extensive ninja knowledge that I've not brushed up on in years, I actually did used to be super into ninjas when I was in like middle school. Yeah, this is just what I have to do. I'm just so used to running through it like Sonic the Hedgehog. Yes. But
like butter.
Oh, yeah, but ninjas, I don't know. The main reason why
that's me. Okay.
The main reason why I really like ninjas, outside of just I think their vibe and their aesthetic and their tool set is really cool, is the fact that the main reason why ninjas are so overpowered is because ninjas are just incredibly smart people. Their main like superpower is like the ability to like
what the flippity dippity.
It is to think of ideas like on the spot. It's to like think on their feet, you know what I mean? Like they still plan out like their tasks and stuff like that. But they have an absolute insane ability to improvise.
All right.
That's another thing that I really like about wizards, you know? It's like wizards have certain spells that they have, you know, stuff like that. But it's like it's the way that they use those spells and stuff like that. That's one thing that I really like about free Ren. Gosh, I love free Ren. Is I really like the fact that it's like it's just there are just spells like that exist, you know? They're not used for any they're not made for any specific purpose. It's just, here's a spell that can do this thing. Here's a spell that can do this thing. And it goes into, like, a little bit of, like, how people decide to use, like, those spells and whatnot. I think it's interesting. So that's another thing that I really like, about, like, also about Harry Potter as well. Is, like, I remember, it's something that, I'm rubbing my eyes, guys, I'm sorry. It's something that, Cosmonaut Variety Hour brought up in one of his Harry Potter videos, where he was talking about how the best fight in the series is the fight between Voldemort and Dumbledore while in the Ministry of Magic, because it's two really good like high-end wizards like improvising in a fight with using like thinking of what magic to use when, and how it's Voldemort, the evil guy, using a bunch of like really destructive and evil looking spells, and then Dumbledore using a lot of more peaceful defensive spells, because his whole thing is that he's trying to stall for time for people to arrive at like the scene of the crime. Oh my gosh. Even then I wasn't that careful about it, or at least not as careful as I should have been.
Goodness.
But it's really hard for a lot of people to write wizards in that light, because a lot of people are just like, and even J.K. Rowling succumbs to it, because, you know, it's like there's the spell that just kills people, there's the spell that just tortures people, there's the spell that just controls people's minds, like all the illegal spells.
Yeah.
But it's really easy for writers to be like, you know, here's the fire spell that casts fire, you know? And dang it! And it doesn't get used further than killing people and, I don't know, like setting a campfire. Then here's the water spell. Here's the earth spell. Oh my god, I'm sorry. I just spat like all over you a little bit.
Yeah, bro.
That's
you
my bad.
Spat all over me. You just used the water spell.
Wyatt!
I'm gonna use the water spell. Oh, whoops. Sorry. I literally put the controller down.
I've still got spit on my arm from when I spat.
I still got spit on my arm. I'm gonna use the water spell to drink water. Yeah, so, cool, man. Anyways, this is why slimes suck.
I don't know, but I love I don't know. I love ninjas. And that's one of the... Dude, I freaking love The Messenger. Guys, you have to play The Messenger.
Oh my gosh. Holy crap.
The Messenger is just so good.
Anyways.
It's one of the most fun games I've ever played. I'm all about playing games for their schmovement, which is why I love platformers. Like, that's my favorite genre, just because I love, you know, moving around. That's just incredibly satisfying for me. And The Messenger is just so good with that. And, like, the skill tree and all the stuff that you can, like, buy from the shop, and watching it grow and, like, become more powerful. Plus, it's about time traveling! Like, it's a science fiction. Oh, time traveling ninja. Like, that was written for me. I'm sorry. Yeah, but anyways, goblins are kind of, I don't know. They're
so who
alright.
replace goblins?
What?
Who'd replace goblins?
For, like,
They're boring. How do you replace a goblin?
A Goomba.
A Goomba?
I mean, I don't know. You said other than slimes?
Yeah, because slimes are even more boring.
I feel like goblins aren't really like an early game, or I guess early campaign enemy though.
What do you think they are?
I mean, more of like a middle to late early.
Why?
I don't know. I think it's because I mainly associate them with bokoblins from Zelda, which are kind of like the Zelda version of goblins, which is funny considering that moblins exist. Oh, am I dead?
Yes.
Oh, I didn't know that. Which is funny that they also have moblins, which are basically goblins but with an M. And bokoblins aren't really that much of a early game thing.
What's an early game in Zelda?
Well, there's slimes, which aren't actually called slimes. There's Octoroks. There's levers. Okay, so most of my Zelda knowledge when it comes to the enemies, actually all of my Zelda knowledge when it comes to the enemies is exclusively referring to some stuff from Twilight Princess, but other than that is entirely the very first Zelda game. So, like, if you ask me, like, what are some early game Zelda enemies? I'm like, Octoroks, levers, P-hats if you happen to be in the desert really early. Moblins, probably. Stuff like that. Can I get a mushroom? It's been a long time since I've played with a mushroom. Honestly, that's arguably better.
Are you gonna get it?
What?! I thought I was fast enough to get it!
No. See, if you got it.
I hit the jump button, dude. I swear.
Anyways.
What are some other just random Zelda enemies? Oh, but the, what are the slime? Oh, Keese. Those are the bats. I don't remember what the slimes are called.
Is Zelda the only reason why you think goblins aren't, early game?
Yeah, I literally just said that. It's because I associate goblins with goblins, which aren't really... Yeah. And also Terraria. Goblins are pre-hard mode, but it's like middle to late pre-hard mode, you know?
Yeah, but Terraria uses slimes, so they're invalid.
Yeah, and then after slimes, you have zombies.
No. Goblins are... Ah, God. You people don't understand it. Don't get it. Don't understand the intricacies of goblinism.
Oh, one other... Hold on, real quick. Unicorns are goated, dude.
It's a horse.
I know, but, like, not an enemy. I'm just saying, like, that's another fantasy creature. Unicorns are actually, like, they're so goated. I love unicorns.
Have you ever seen a unicorn do anything, though? Other than be a unicorn?
Dude, that's the thing. They don't have to do anything.
It's just a horse.
No, but it's a beautiful, colorful horse.
Yeah. Dude, freaking...
I don't even, like, that's the thing. I'm not even into horses at all, but I love unicorns. I don't know what it is. Dude, there was a kid in my elementary school class that didn't think narwhals were real. He thought they were fake. Cause what? Because someone made a joke about narwhals being the unicorns of the ocean, and then someone showed him a picture, and he was like, what? What are these? He was like, that has to be Photoshopped. God. But this was like 5th grade. We were all 10 years old, so I can believe a 10-year-old not knowing what a narwhal is. Time to lock in.
Lock in. Focus.
We gotta. I feel like next episode we gotta.
Wait, is this? I feel like this is like the second episode where we've just been spending on freaking level 8-1.
Nah, it's fine. Chill playthrough, dude. It's a chill.
Yeah, it's a chill playthrough.
It's a chill playthrough until it becomes unbearable.
It's a lot of screaming for a chill playthrough.
Why is that there?
Chill playthrough, by the way.
Why is that there?
I just never go in there.
That's the second time that's killed me, and before that it almost killed me once.
I just never go in there. I just go on the top.
I guess it's 5:30, so I guess the computer place won't call me. So hopefully it's already in. I won't pick it up till tomorrow. Anyways, okay, next episode we gotta lock in. We gotta lock in, dude.
I have to lock so in.
Here's to the next episode being the finale. Clink.
Clink.
Oh wait, we can actually clink. That was my plastic water bottle and Wyatt's metal
Yeti cup.
Is that a Yeti cup?
Yes.
Oh. Wait, is this like the same brand?
What?
No, Yeti microphone, Yeti cup.
Oh, that's strange.
Is that the same?
They are both called Yeti. I think the model is a Yeti because it says blue on it.
Oh yeah. You're right. Yeah. It is. It's a blue Yeti microphone.
Yeah. That'd be funny. It'd be like Yamaha, where you'd think they'd have only instruments, but it's like I forgot what else.
Well, I mean, the only reason why I know Yamaha for being an instrument company is because I'm a musician, but they do a lot of stuff other than, because they're a general electronics company.
Mm-hmm.
They make motorcycles.
Okay.
Their motorcycles are famously terrible, though. According to my mother, who knows a lot more about motorcycles than I do.
This made me think about something that I'll talk about next time. You should subscribe to my YouTube channel. You should like this YouTube video, and you should play Mario Bros. Never. You should never play Mario Bros. Because it's a horrible game and it sucks and I hate it. And but something I don't hate is you, the viewer. I love you.